Start recording. Okay, we're recording. Here we go. Whoop. There's actual recording. Audio. Okay, we're good. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
There's something about a freight train that talks to the very heart of a boy, and to the boy that lives within a man. A freight train fetches treasures from wonderful places, and takes them to other places that must be wonderful too, because they're somewhere else.
Why is that little boy clinging to your leg?
He's scared.
The morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream,
The morning stream. Look out, Muppets!
the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning stream. It is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello!
Hello. It's Wednesday. How do you feel about Wednesday? How you feeling?
It's Wednesday the 13th, Scott, and you know what that means.
Uh-oh.
It means absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Okay, say it again. War. Do. All right. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It is Wednesday. It means recommendals later. We got Tom. We got all kinds of fun stuff. So park your butts and get ready because it's going to be great. I do have to tell you a brief story that confuses me. It flummoxed me. I need help. I need advice on why this was or what the trend is. We noticed the other night. Okay, so at first I need to admit to a guilty moment.
Okay.
Kim and I got a little peckish one night and we're hungry. We're just like, oh my gosh, we ate already. Why do we want to eat again? And she's like, well, it's because we were out with the dogs and it was hot all day and we were tired and I think we were just a little underfed for the day. So she's like, you know what? Let's just get something quick. I'm like, all right, fine. Open up DoorDash and we're like, what's easy? What's cheap? What's just something small, something to get us by. That was the mood we were in. So we do this. We open it up and we notice there's a bunch of new names in there. Like, oh, what's this place? It says it's only like 0.8 miles away. It's called Bird Dogs. What's that? And I thought, well, that sounds all right. What do they got? Oh, they got these big open-faced chicken sandwich things, and they got this like other stuff, and it's like a new name, and it's very close. I'm like, I didn't even see that pop up. Interesting. Maybe we should try them. And it wasn't just them. There were like a handful of other names that we'd never heard of before that were just suddenly existing. And we thought, oh, wow, really? Look at the booming, trade going on here in the restaurant business here locally. I just couldn't believe it.
Oh no!
So-
I'm predicting. I think I know what's going on, but I'm gonna let you finish.
All right, because maybe you'll have a good answer for this because I don't. So here's what happens: we order the Bird Dogs thing or whatever. I may have that name not exactly 100% right. It's something like that.
I think that's right because I think we have Bird Dog here.
Do you? Okay, so that might be it. So we order that, and ding dong, the bell rings like 20 minutes later. Go grab the bag. The bag on the side has a big giant Buffalo Wild Wings logo.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, did we get the wrong? Well, let's look inside. So we opened it up, and inside are these two open-faced chicken things like we ordered.
Okay.
It's exactly correct. This place doesn't exist. It's Buffalo Wild Wings using a different name to get other stuff. So you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings on the app and get food from them. That's not a problem. But there's like these Ghost Rider stores.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never heard of that. That's weird.
Either use their kitchen or just are different, like a same thing, different brand.
Well,
kind
it
of
could
thing.
be that. It could be the kitchen, right? It could be like you said. I think I had heard of that where they'll lease.
Because
to
Crumble
smaller-
was that for a while before they started opening up spaces. Crumble cookies,
right?
Like they were, they were just mockingbird restaurants that would go into other restaurants' kitchens and cook cookies or bake cookies.
So that's the thing where the other restaurant leases the kitchen and just says, yep, you
I
can
think
make
so,
your stuff here.
yeah.
Okay.
That's not what I was expecting because, like you, I opened up a food delivery service, but I opened up an app that I haven't opened in a long time because we wanted Cup Bop.
Oh, yeah, Cup Bop. Cup Bop.
Yeah, hold on a second. There's Alexa, stop.
Stop it already.
The F is wrong with you. So we had the Moors over last night to do Puzzle Pint. It was Squid Game themed this month, which was awesome. And we said, oh, well, let's get Cup Bop. I haven't had it. Clark loves Cup Bop because they had a restaurant downtown that he would always go to. So I'm like, all right, well, look in DoorDash. Oh, it's not in DoorDash. Look in Grubhub. Oh, not in Grubhub either. Okay, well, I'll just Google search Cup Bop delivery, and up comes Uber Eats. And it's like, oh, I have an Uber Eats account. I haven't used it since 2019 or 2020 or something. Yeah. But let's go ahead and fire that up. So I open up my app, I log in, and I'm seeing a bunch of restaurants that I don't recognize. Like, oh my gosh, there's all these places that we could order from Uber Eats. It hadn't figured out where I was in the world yet, Scott. So these are all restaurants in Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, that's no good. Although I bet the barbecue was real good while you were briefly.
It looked really good in there. I'm like, oh wow, very cool. And then finally, it blinked off for a second, and then came back up and said, "Here are restaurants near you." And there was Cup Bop. We got Cup Bop. I got the Combo Bop, which was the fried chicken and beef combo. It was damn good, and I went with a 5.
Oh, no, that's daring actually. 5's a little high.
It goes from 0 to 10, and I was thinking, all right, well, let's try 5. 5 was I could probably go a 7 and still be fine. 5 was like, oh, I feel there's a nice little bit of heat. Tina did a 2, and she's like, wow, is this hot for anybody else? Yeah. And I'm like, it's not hot for me.
Yep. I guess it just depends on your. I usually go a 4. I've done a 5 before. It's a little hot for me on a 5, but it's they're great. I love those little glass noodle things in there.
Yes. And so you get the Cup Bop. What was it? What was
it's spelled
Cocoa Bop.
Cocoa Bop is how it's pronounced, but it's spelled KKA with a dash.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
It's a weird way of saying it, but I like that one because it's like marinated chicken.
Caca Bop.
Yeah. And I'm trying to avoid like fried chicken. Kim likes the fried chicken one.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of that. Maybe it's the one you got with the combo.
It's the one I got. Well, it's Rock Bop is if you just want the chicken. We just want the chicken. But if you want the combo of the chicken and the beef, then it's the Combo Bop.
Yeah. But if they're everyone listening, if you got a Cup Bop in your area, they started here as a food truck and then just sort of exploded and then spread all over the place. What's funny is, so I, my like half my family's Korean, adopted Korean siblings. My brother Matt, who just knows every prominent Korean family in the valley. It's the weirdest thing how he knows them all, and part of it is because he works for UPS and does a lot of traveling around, and so he sees these people when they see each other, like, oh, fellow Koreans, hey, let's get to know you, and whatever. And he would take a lot of stuff to various Cup Bops. Ended up getting to know the owners, and can go there and eat free anytime he freaking wants.
Wow.
Because he's Korean.
Right.
Who's the racist now?
Right, exactly. Yeah, that seems a little racist.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like a white restaurant that only gave discounts to white people? That would be, people would be up in arms about that.
Freak out, wouldn't they? Well, anyway. But it's really good, and I would highly recommend it if you have it in your town. There seem to be spreading pretty quick, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I really like them a lot. So there's that.
I mean, a white restaurant in a foreign country that gave discounts to white patrons probably wouldn't be as big a deal as it would be here.
Yeah, you do that here. Yeah, I feel like, well, I don't know, but it probably would be a big deal anywhere if I had to guess.
I don't know. Like, all right, so you go to South Korea, and there's an American restaurant run by Americans, and they're like, oh, hey, American, yeah, no problem. We'll give you. It would tell you what do you want? It's on the house for us. You want a cheeseburger? You want loaded fries?
I could see that. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some small place where you're the absolute minority. Then you start. Then the tables turn a little bit.
Exactly.
And it makes sense.
So.
Yeah, but don't be doing this in like London or here.
It would be right a little bit sketchy.
Or Australia. Don't do any of that. But it's fantastic.
Welcome to our American restaurant.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy.
Every purchase comes with a handgun.
Purchase.
Every purchase.
I like the way you said purchase. Oh, speaking of which, a bunch of photos leaked from the Mad Max set for the new movie. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm losing my mind. So there's shots of Chris Hemsworth not looking like Chris Hemsworth at all. I don't know who he's playing.
Oh, really?
Looks nothing like him. He's got I don't know anything about it. I can only speculate what they're doing. But it also leaked around the same time these photos came out, and there's a bunch. It's a combo of things. Like there's a kind of war boy looking person and a bunch of, I don't know, they look like shamanistic something. It's really hard to tell. No sign of Furiosa herself.
Really? No Anya Taylor-Joy?
Not yet. Not in these shots.
No Joy in Mad Maxville.
Yeah, but apparently the other Hemsworth brothers are in this somehow. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know what they're doing.
They make an appearance in a in Gastown where they're putting on a play based on the events of Thunderdome.
Man,
That's what they're doing.
The MCU just cannot spread far enough, you know? So anyway, these pictures are amazing, but one of the details that leaked out about it is that the movie, unlike Fury Road, which takes place over 3 days, this movie takes place over 15 years, which is very weird. Like that's
interesting,
unusual,
yeah, no
right? Like I worry a little that breaks up your frenetic action.
Does the movie take place, or are there just flashbacks?
That's a good question. I don't know. All I know is they've been cagey about it, so I'm not 100% sure about this. But Charlize Theron is apparently not in it at all. But they say that, and I don't know if I believe them, because they've said this about other things before, and they lie because they want you to be surprised in the movie theater. So my
Infinity
guess,
War is a standalone movie, not a part one of a 2-part series. Come on.
Exactly. My guess is, that was one of the biggest lies ever told in film.
I'm glad they did it, though, because if they would have said it was a part one, we would have been expecting a cliffhanger ending. And the fact that we got all the way up to the end and like, oh my God, they just wiped out half the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Coming soon, part 2 is like, okay, all right.
Yeah, super.
I'm glad they did it the way they did.
Yeah, and I will be glad if I suddenly Charlize throws up. If she throws up, I'll be really excited. Oh, sweet! Woo! She threw up. Anyway, who knows much more? We don't know much more, but it's happening. Okay. So anyway, long and short of it is, I think there's a bunch of stealth restaurants pretending to be other restaurants.
Right, yes.
Okay, so just be careful. Know what you're doing.
So that explains why I've seen Bird Dog too. So they're just camping out in the Buffalo Wild Wings. That literally is 2 blocks south of me.
Yeah, and they're either not real and it's just Buffalo Wild Wings spreading. Think about it. If you're trying to maximize your attraction on there, it might make sense for people to go, I don't want to go Buffalo Wild Wings, but boy, does this look good. And it turns out it's from the same place. It just seems a little disingenuous because the bag shows up with the wrong logo on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it.
Right. Why not? Why Buffalo Wild Wings? Why don't you just add open-faced chicken sandwiches to your menu?
J.C. Calhoun found a Wikipedia article about virtual restaurants.
There we go. Okay.
Let's see. Specials online deliveries via Uber Eats, other similar services. It's a warehouse-like appearance, not typical. So basically, it's just a place where they make stuff and ship it out under different names. It still doesn't explain the Wild Wings thing, but I don't know. Yeah. No. That's fine. It's fine. If the food's good, I don't care. Whatever. Do what you gotta do.
Ghost kitchen versus a ghost restaurant.
Right.
Different things. So ghost restaurant, is the warehouse deal, and then ghost kitchen is professional food preparation cooking facilities set up for the preparation of delivery-only meals. Some ghost kitchens have allowed takeout meals or included drive-thrus. So it just might be Buffalo Wild Wings gross kitchen. And I guess we won't be getting a sponsorship from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nope, that ain't happening. Although I would gladly discuss it with them if they were interested, because I like Buffalo Wild Wings. Anyway, there's that. Hey, let's talk about some of those Emmy nominations that happened yesterday. Some good ones.
The reason, this is good because a lot of the stuff, it's like, our tastes are finally rubbing off on the Emmy, the Television Academy, because now,
finally, after all this time, it feels like it does actually feel that way.
Plus, somebody might have actually voted for a lot of these.
Oh, Brian, that's right. I forgot about that. How do you know if you're like? Does it feel like you're?
Well, there is a lot of overlap in the Venn diagram. I'm looking at outstanding comedy series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
These I would have chosen these as well. So here's your nominees for. What's this? This is for outstanding lead actor in a comedy series.
Jump back one to go to outstanding comedy series.
So we got Abbott Elementary, Barry, That one's a tricky one given this season, but
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, Ted Lasso, Marvelous Miss Maisel, and What We Do in the Shadows. If you were to pick one right now and walk away with it,
Oh, jeez.
I'd do Shadows
All right.
personally. That's what I'd do. What We Do in
Yeah,
the
as
Shadows
far
is
as what
always
makes
good.
me laugh the most.
Yeah, let's do it that way. This is outstanding
Yeah.
comedy. So what makes you laugh the hardest?
Only What We Do in the Shadows is, of all those, like if you said you can only watch one comedy series from now on that's in this list, then I would go What We Do in the Shadows. Curb Your Enthusiasm still makes me laugh. I agree with you. Barry is so teetering on the edge of this list as far as belonging here, but I did vote for it.
And
I
I
mean,
did-
somebody did vote for it.
Yeah, and I did laugh in it. I mean, there are definitely funny moments. Freaking NoHo Hank is always funny.
I say in a surprising upset, Ted Lasso will not win this category, but Hacks will win this category.
Oh, I've heard good things about
Thanks
Hacks.
to the brilliance of Jean Smart.
Well, she's great.
She is.
I like Jean
She's
Smart. She is smart. She's
accurately labeled that Jean Smart.
she was really good in Fargo season 2. All right.
Yeah.
Now you got your outstanding lead actor in a comedy series. You got your Donald. They don't have photos up yet. That's funny.
Oh, really?
Unless I'm blocking them somehow. I don't know how.
You might be blocking them because I'm looking at photos.
No, weird. They're all just
Yeah.
blanks for me. Anyway,
Interesting.
Donald Glover for Atlanta, Bill Hader for Barry, Nicholas Hout for The Great. I think that's a good one. Good pull.
Yeah.
Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building, Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. My guess is on this one, you give it to Bill Hader.
I'm going to predict Steve Martin for Only Murders in the Building.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Most of these are. Hold on a second. All of these are streaming.
Yeah.
Every one of these are streaming originals.
Every single one of these is streaming, as was the Abbott Elementary. Was that ever offered
That's
terrestrially?
a Fox thing or something, isn't it?
I think so, but
I don't
it's-
actually know.
Yeah, don't know. I watched it streaming.
What happened here? This is weird. Okay, next category.
I mean, this is for once like all of the major categories. Tina and I can say, oh, we watch all of these shows. There's not one list we're saying, oh yeah, I don't know that one. Maybe it's one we need to check out. But it's like, oh yeah, no, we watch all of these.
Here's your actresses: Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Miss Maisel. She's great. Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary. I like her. She's also co-creator, right? I think.
Yes.
She's having a good year.
Along with the woman who plays the principal.
Yeah. She's great. Freaking. I know some people are annoyed by her. I think she's great.
Yeah.
Kaylee Kuko for The Flight Attendant. Ellie Fanning for The Great. I would love to see her get it. Issa Rae for Insecure and Jean Smart for Hacks. I'll bet Jean Smart gets it. That's my guess.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see here. We got for your outstanding supporting actress in a comedy, Anthony. No, I'm sorry. I keep reading that bottom thing. It's his actor.
Yeah.
Anthony Kerrigan for Barry. Sweet dude. Hank NoHo. NoHo Hank. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Love him. I want him to win. I probably won't, but I want him to. Yeah, I love him. Let's see. Brent Goldstein for Ted Lasso.
Brett Goldstein, by the way, just put in this Herculean effort for Ted Lasso this most recent season. He's great.
He's fantastic. Love him. His podcast is good too. Let's see. Toheeb Jamo for Ted Lasso. That's isn't that that's what's his name? The young upstart used to clean the place, and now he's a whatever his name is. Can't think of it. Nick Mohammed for Ted Lasso. Tony Shalhoub. Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
Tony Shalhoub for The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I love him too. Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary. Henry Winkler for Barry. I really hope Henry Winkler gets it. He is stunning in this season.
Especially this season. Holy
He's stunning
crap.
in it. He's so good.
He has to do so much in this season that he needs to win this one.
He's fantastic. For your outstanding guest actor in a comedy series, I did it again. This is supporting actress. I keep reading the next category. It's the way their site's laid out. Alex Borstein for Miss Maisel. Hannah Einbinder from Hacks.
And Einbinder?
Einbinder? Einbinder. Jawohl.
Einbinder. That means one binder.
Janelle James for Abbott Elementary. I think that is the principal lady, I think. Maybe?
That is, yes, that absolutely is. By the way,
Yeah.
Janelle James, fantastic in Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
I decided to check out one of these new stupid Hulu game shows.
Yeah.
which one of them we got to pick for a couch party at some point. But there's one called Last Straw, or Final Straw. And
Oh, she hosts that.
She
Right?
hosts that.
Yeah, I saw something
the game,
with that. Yeah.
The game is like Jenga, but with a whole bunch of weird objects that are all related to one another. So one of them is like a Renaissance thing where you've got giant loaves of sourdough bread, shields and swords, and a roast pig, and little stuff like that. And teams take turns pulling items from that list. With the eventuality that all this stuff is going to completely topple over on top of them at some point.
Does that happen? Like, I assume that's a big mess at it.
All the damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it you get 5 or so topplings every episode. And that part of it, very satisfying. Janelle James, again, reiterating, fantastic on Abbott Elementary, but her really dry humor does not translate well to a game show host position. And she comes across as being disinterested and unprepared.
That's
It's
unfortunate.
like she's like, so if you win the $250,000, what do you plan on doing with it?
Interesting. I saw her face on an ad or something, and I went, "Oh, okay, cool. What is that?" And then I forgot all about it. Real quick here, I don't see. Maybe it's too soon. I would have thought Shoresy would have been on here, to be honest. That show surprised me so hard this year.
But too soon. Yeah, this is because I think
Last
this
year's
is
stuff, right?
right.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, the 2021-2022 season, so everything that wrapped up at the beginning of this year.
You got your Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live. That's an interesting category for actor. I don't know.
Supporting actress. That's where all the SNL people, because Bowen Yang was in the last category.
Oh, okay.
You can't call anybody a lead actor actress on SNL. It's
That's
just
true.
gotta
There's
be
no such
supporting.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Sarah Niles for Ted Lasso, Cheryl Lee Ralph for Abbott Elementary, Juno Temple for Ted Lasso, and Hannah Waddington for Ted Lasso. Boy, a lot of Ted Lasso.
Wait, that's not Annie. I thought that was Annie Lennox in Ted Lasso. No? Okay. Well.
Nope. I love
Wow,
Juno
right.
Temple, by the way. I feel like I could hang out with Juno Temple. Don't know why. I don't mean it in a weird way. There's something about her. Totally hang out with her.
I mean in a weird way. I could hang out with Juno Temple.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I
baby.
mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to skip ahead to the big...
Let's go to
where is
like
it?
dramas maybe.
This
This is a little frustrating. This here we go, drama series.
drama series, yeah. Oh, I have no
the
photo.
setup for the Emmys page is a little.
It's lame. And also, I'm still, once again, I'm only seeing blanks here, so it doesn't actually tell me. Oh, okay.
Oh no, really? Oh,
Abbott
weird.
Elementary.
Turn off,
It'll do if I click on them. Barry.
oh, you're on the wrong thing. You want outstanding drama series?
I thought I was. Oh, sorry, I'm on
No,
comedy.
not if you're seeing Abbott Elementary, my friend.
Yeah, good point. Better Call Saul will probably win it. It's final year. It's what you do. Ozark. Let's see. Euphoria. Severance. Squid Game. Yellow Jackets. Still haven't seen it. Succession. Amazing show. Stranger Things. That's a big list. I lean Better Call Saul just because that's what you do. Like, why wouldn't you? Right?
Certainly, right now with it being so fresh, yeah, I think Better Call Saul. The only one in this list I haven't seen is Euphoria, and I know you've seen that one. Severance. It's hard not to love Severance, though, right?
Love Severance so much. I mean, I want it to win, but I don't think it does.
Yeah, but I think in this list, Better Call Saul, and you still need to see Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I heard nothing but good.
Yeah, it is.
That's coming back too, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
So
Definitely
good
renewed
year
a
for
second
AMC.
season.
AMC's got all kinds of shit on here. Good job, AMC. You were like one of the only actual cable networks with anything on here, I guess.
Wait a minute. So let's see. Better Call Saul. What else is AMC? Because Euphoria is HBO. Ozark is FX.
Yeah. So you got
Severance is Hulu. No, Severance is
Apple.
Oh, Apple. That's right. Yep. Squid Game is Netflix. Stranger Things is Netflix. Succession is HBO. Yellow Jackets is Showtime.
Is Atlanta?
Oh, is Yellow Jackets AMC or Showtime?
I don't know. Now that I thought that was Showtime.
It is Showtime. Yeah.
So what else
Right,
is?
okay.
What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of
Better Call Saul.
there was another AMC thing that I thought was just amazing this last year that I talked about, and I can't remember. Oh, Everybody Hates F My Husband.
F Jeff or something like that.
Yeah. Shoot, what was that? What was that show called? It was.
I don't remember.
It stars what's her face from Schitt's Creek, David.
David. Jeff. Only Jeff in the building. Go away, Jeff.
F my husband Jeff. Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin can F himself. Thank
Kevin
you,
can
Free
F
Rangers.
himself. That's it. Killing
F
Eve?
Jeff.
Where's Killing Eve? That's on something else.
Eve is FX, right?
Well, never mind. I was wrong. AMC has one show in here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, though. You know?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to all of them. And we hope.
Interesting. I'm excited for this. You know, there's so much genre stuff. And holy crap, did Moon Knight do well in the technical categories? Like it.
Oh, really?
It kicked butt. Yeah.
Still haven't seen that.
Of course you haven't,
know.
Scott.
As
Of
you know.
course you haven't.
Of course I have not. Of course I have not eaten one more Marvel thing today.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You were going to say
that's
something.
right.
I
No,
played
no,
the
no,
music.
no.
Hey, Dunaway, is that you?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi. How are you?
How
we
are
were
you
just
guys?
we were just fine. We were just talking about Hollywood and things. How, do you care
I
about
know.
that?
I was listening.
Yeah. Do you care about any of that Emmy stuff, or what's your deal there?
I'm not a big. I don't care much for awards.
Yeah.
I don't care unless they're cash prizes
Yeah.
for me.
Then
Not
you-
for you. I don't even think
Yeah.
they get cash prizes.
No.
Right.
I think they just
Eh,
get to.
bump that then. Who needs it?
Yeah,
who needs it?
who
I
need-
want cash prizes.
Who needs it indeed?
I want Nobel Prize money, cash prize money.
All right.
That's
Well,
what I want.
Today you're going to make it so that someone hopefully wins a prize in our Tadpole. Yes, that's right. It's time for the Tadpole Feud, and we're about to take a caller. Let's find out who's on this line here. Hi, thanks for calling. Who's this? Hello.
Oh, hey, it's Greg for Walkman. How
Oh,
you guys
hey,
doing?
Greg for Walkman.
It's Greg.
Thanks for Walkman. Wait a minute. Didn't you play last time?
I don't think so. Did he?
I
Oh,
don't think
no,
so.
you
no, that was
played,
Shane. That was Shane.
Yeah, it was Shane. Shane
No,
Maddox.
Shay. No. You know what? It was recently. I had you won on Guess the Connection or something, didn't you?
No, my birthday was on Monday. I had a request.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. You won a request on Monday. That's why.
Everything.
That's amazing.
That's why I know you recently.
Yeah, that was amazing. I know you recently because I found out you're actually older than me and you look younger than me, and I hate that. I hate that about you.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
You rat bastard.
Yeah, my glorious beard.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's beautiful. It holds up, man. Well, we're going to play a game and try to win a little something for your Boston ass, but we can't do it unless Brian explains how this works. So, Brian, take it away.
Hang up on him, Scott. He won already. Get
Oh,
somebody else. Hang
yeah,
up on him now.
he's already
Don't
won.
don't even give him a chance to defend himself.
He's a winner.
It's time to play the Tadpole Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. And it's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Greg for Walkman, once again, I mean, you know this because you win every week on this show. Your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Out of Space and We Need to Go Deeper. And if that sounds familiar, yes, we tried to
Yeah.
give those away on Monday, and the person who won them, Pear from Norway, said, I already have these. Give them to somebody else. So
Jeez.
we're giving them to somebody else.
Pair from Norway with all the fancy games already. Jeez.
Right, exactly. So,
Okay.
if you guys are ready, let's give you all your topic.
Let's do it.
Hands on buzzers. We asked 782 tadpoolers their answer to this. 13 of them said pass. Meh. All right. We asked them.
What was that, Peter Griffin?
That was exactly what my laugh was. Yes. Nah. This was Goat Boy, actually. It was Jim
Oh,
Brewer.
even better.
Nice.
What's your favorite TV cartoon theme song? Scott.
The Simpsons.
Nice.
Or a little Danny Elfman. Show me Der Simpsons.
Oh, down further than I would have
Number
thought.
4 on the list. 3 answers will beat it. Brian, what's the Tadpole's favorite TV cartoon theme song?
I've been playing a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I just keep hearing it over and over again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It was on the half
show.
show. Show me Cowabunga Dudes. Number
Ooh.
5 on the list. So,
Ooh.
Scott, you are going to be playing, and you've got Greg for Walkman. Maybe some TV themes are on that Walkman of his. And,
Yeah, what do you think, Greg? Anything flying out of your head right off the bat there?
SpongeBob jumps out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
SpongeBob's
I'll
great.
bet
Who
2
lives in a
seconds later.
pineapple
Yeah.
under the sea? Exactly. Let's do.
Oh.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that singing is Clancy Brown. I think. I know.
I think you're
I know
right.
Clancy
Yeah.
Brown
I
for
think I
sure
remember
plays
that too.
Mr. Krabs,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he does the opening song. I think he does.
Facts.
Yeah, we'll call it a fact.
All right, show me SpongeBob SquarePants.
Boo.
Number 16. I will say this. We get like, there's about 30 individual different answers. I will say for this one, 154 unique answers
Oh, my
to this
Lord.
question.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I can't believe SpongeBob. It really tells you how old this crowd is. But I guess the next one I listen to all the time is probably going to be the Scooby Doo. Where are you?
Sure.
We got some place to be now.
He's
Not
doing,
sung by Casey Kasem,
No,
by the way.
he's-
I don't know who sang that one, but it was
He's doing-
nondescript.
The answer is he's doing edibles with Shaggy in the van. So that's the answer always.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Show me Scooby Doo. Where are you? You're
Oh
at number
my
7. Is where you
God.
are.
That gave you the lead, man. Nicely done.
Just,
Wow.
Clear this board so
just-
Greg wins. That's what we
There
want.
you go. Well, I mean,
Right.
he's barely got a lead, Scott. Don't give up just yet. I think you might still be able to turn things around here.
Well, 12-4 feels like a bad lead, but whatever. Let's see what Brian's got.
I'm
Still, 7 answers on the board with lots of
Right.
points.
Yeah.
There's so many that I love, but I just can't imagine that the
Yeah.
Tadpole loves you. So there's so many different ones. So I'm gonna go with Hong Kong Fooey. He's the number one.
This is Tom.
Super guy.
By the way, Tom
Super
Merritt's
guy.
favorite
Super guy.
favorite kids or Saturday morning cartoon was Hong Kong Fooey. By the way,
Yeah.
I hear he's
One of my
faster than
favorites.
the human eye.
yeah,
He
That's a
really
rumor.
is.
That's a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Show me Hong Kong. Little racist
Fooey.
Fooey.
Racist Fooey.
Hey, Greg, how do you feel? Oh, was that on the list at all?
Was
Like-
it
I'm looking to
Scatman?
see.
Did Scatman do the voice for that? Am I remembering that incorrectly?
Oh,
don't
I
know.
think you're right. Yeah, number 23, by the way, was Hong Kong Fooey. 8 people said Hong Kong Fooey. So, still
Right.
popular
Scatman was he's the one that took the axe to the gut in The Shining, right?
in The Shining.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Boy, you got the shinning. All right. Hey, Greg, how do you feel about
You don't wanna get
the
sued.
Futurama's a pretty rad intro?
Oh.
That
that's a
is,
great-
yeah. I have a couple in my head, but Futurama sounds good.
All right, let's go Futurama. We'll see if we can snag one.
All right. Show me. Bung, 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 bung.
Look at
Number
that.
8. And just like that, we have a tie game.
Oh, you're right. We
Wow.
could easily make up the ground. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, you said you had a couple in your head. What do you got?
I mean, I'm just thinking of the things that I liked. X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a great theme song. I love that song.
Yeah, I love that one too. All right.
All right. Show me
Yeah, finish it.
X-Men 90s, the animated series.
Yeah.
Look
Number
at
2.
that.
Number 2.
Holy cow,
Jeez.
that says so much about the Tadpole.
Very popular.
Number 2. That's a okay, so that tells me something. That tells me
That leads into my second one.
what do you got? What do you got?
I was thinking Spider-Man, going back a little bit.
Spider-Man.
Oh.
Spider-Man does everything
That's a
the
good one.
spider did. Yeah, let's do that.
Does whatever a
All right.
spider can.
Yeah.
Clarify, because there have been many Spider-Man cartoons over the years. Which one?
I assume it's that one, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Spider-
that's
Yeah.
when you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Just
Yeah.
want to make sure. Okay,
Yeah.
60s.
this does whatever a spider can.
Yeah.
Catches
Right.
thieves just like
Fleas,
flies. I hear.
catches
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 fleas.
fleas just like flies.
Catches fleas just like flies. I was gonna say
Misheard
catches
lyrics.
flies just like these.
Yeah.
Look out! Where is it on the board?
Please be there.
Number 9.
Oh, nailed it.
That's a nice little lead right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Greg,
Look
this
at
is ours to
Greg doing-
win.
Greg knows.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what's up. That's why he's got that youthful beard. All right, let's see.
Yeah, I watch a lot of cartoons.
Yeah, it'll help.
There you
I
go.
love cartoons, so I'm with you. Let's do oh geez, the G.I. Joe Great American
Ooh.
Hero, G.I. Joe's
Yeah.
there. That thing.
Sure.
More you know.
Show me Go Joe.
Shit!
Ooh.
Oh, do drugs.
Number Number 15, and coincidentally, 15 people said G.I. Joe.
All right.
Yeah. Don't do
Poo-poo.
drugs, Scott.
It's a good one,
Don't do
though.
drugs.
And now and knowing is half the battle. Okay,
That's
No, he's
right.
at the battle.
that's right. Help computer.
Apples have cyanide in their seeds. The more you know.
Is that one that they did?
Yeah, I love that episode.
Is it
That's
really?
the one where they beat. Yeah, that's the one they beat the giant gelatinous blob or whatever it is by feeding it apple trees because it has cyanide in it. It's a great episode.
That's
is
amazing.
fantastic.
I gotta watch some of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
Well,
By
at
the
first
way,
I
sorry,
thought
real
you-
quick on their YouTube channel, they have 24-hour. Hasbro has a 24-hour streaming GI Joe episode channel, and it just runs 24/7,
yes.
and it's nothing but GI Joe. Highly recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah, they need to do that with Transformers. Maybe they do, and I just haven't noticed. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, Transformer sounds.
Oh, shit!
That'd be a good one. Yeah. Oh, too bad. Scott's running his mouth. Oh no.
man. Frick. All right.
I kid. I'm gonna go because I think with the X-Men, I think we're gonna have a flip of that with people watching the DuckTales. These seem like '90s kids. So DuckTales, woo,
Woo!
you can't
Sure.
get past the soundtrack of DuckTales.
Woo!
Woo.
Yeah, had a little comeback here recently too, so it's on their minds.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. All right. Show me DuckTales. Woo!
Number
Number
one.
one.
Give us your woohoo again, Ibbot. Woo.
Here's the thing. As soon as I saw the popularity of this, I said, "Oh, I've never watched an episode of DuckTales.
Oh,
Let
no.
me hop over to YouTube and watch the intro." And that is the most '90s ass sounding, like
Yeah.
bang 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 bang. I was waiting for
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano to come out and start dancing
Down
to
and
it.
up, down, doo doo doo.
Yep. All right. It's still your turn, Jim.
Yeah, still my turn. I'm gonna go with the ones that I always get stuck in my head. DuckTales, and from about that same time period, even though it was in repeats. Repeats. Inspector Gadget.
Oh yeah. Do-do-do-do-do.
Inspector. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Sounds a little bit like your baby shark.
Yeah, baby
singing.
shark.
Shark.
Hey guys, I'm Inspector Gadget.
What voice
Show
is that?
me-
Oh my gosh.
Show me that Don Adams thing that wasn't Get Smart.
Oh,
Oh, number 20 on the list, Inspector Gadget, by the way.
it's pretty old and lame.
Oh,
And lame. It's not great. It's a bad cartoon.
Oh, I disagree. I think it's good.
Ugh.
it's so
Do
good.
not like. All right. How about
woo-woo.
Greg? What do you got? Anything that's burning the hole
When
there?
you said Futurama, some South Park just came into my head.
Oh,
that's
so-
good.
Wow,
Bang,
there,
bang, bang.
you don't often hear the Boston come out of Greg Verwalkman's
Right.
voice, but South Park.
It's that
that
South
was
Park.
great.
That's right. You know
I
what?
love
It's a
it.
good one. That one. Who was the original? Jerry was a race car driver or something.
Yeah,
There.
Primus.
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 Yeah, I love Primus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right,
Mhm.
let's do it. Do you know he was
All right.
hired? He was almost hired as the new bassist for. He tried out for Metallica as bassist, and
Yeah.
they turned him down because he was too good. They said
Yeah.
in this documentary, they said, "Look, you're too good. Go do your own thing." So he did. Anyway,
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Show me South Park. Like, what do we say again?
South Park.
Damn it!
Surprisingly,
Wow.
number 53 on the list. I think it
Really?
belongs a lot higher, honestly.
Going down South Park, gonna have myself a time. How do you not put that on there? All right, that's
Yeah.
fine.
You're not putting that up there.
Yep, it's great. All right, screw
All right,
that.
back
Brian.
over to that's your third strike. Brian, here's the deal. You are behind by 10 points. If you get the 10-pointer, you tie things up. If you get any combination of two, no, that's not right because that could be 9 points. Hey, 3 answers on the board. See what you can do.
Yeah.
How's that?
Give it
So
a
look,
shot.
I look forward to robbing Greg from Walkman. I look forward to robbing Greg from his games. So
All right.
let's see
There
here.
you go. Nice.
I'm gonna go with they're the Animaniacs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good call.
Animaniacs.
Damn it.
Hello, nurse. Show me
Hello,
Animaniacs.
nurse.
Damn it.
Number 3 on the list. Ooh.
It's a low one though.
Oh
Low
boy.
score. Still got this.
The
I
90s
think.
had a lot of great catchy ones.
They did.
I'm gonna go with, but I can't get away from the frickin' Popeye theme song.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I'm going to go Popeye.
Popeye? Like Popeye? Not Popeye? Like Popeye?
Like Popeye? Like Popeye?
Sure. All right. Show me.
Superman.
Show me.
Oh, come on. That's classic.
Popeye. Let me see if he's even on here, actually.
Oh, my God.
What are you, 1,000 years old? Are you
Not even listed Popeye. How about that?
Wow.
Crazy.
Maybe
All
just
right.
Looney Tunes in.
That was 3, right? Yeah.
Congratulations going out to Greg for Walkman. You get these prizes. But let's see what else is on the board. They're the modern Stone Age family.
Flintstones.
Number 6
The
is the Flintstones.
Frick.
Yep.
Oh, y'all do the Flintstones? Oh, fine.
And that's not as old as
Not
Popeye. Popeye is like, you're talking about the 20s, I think, for Popeye. It went way
would
back.
say-
Was it?
I mean, the 20s. Come on now.
It was
I mean,
old.
the
It was
Flintstones,
really old.
Flintstones to Popeye is a lot closer in age than Bob's
Flintstones-
Burgers to Simpsons.
Here it is. I was right. 1929, technically the 20s.
Yeah, okay, the ones oh, come on. But we're talking about the later stuff.
Really? It
Yeah,
was
and
late
that one
20s?
used
Holy cow.
Yeah, and that song they used the toot. I mean, it was slow and lame, but they used it. I'm telling you, you're old, is what I'm saying.
20s.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
goodness.
yeah, but
oh.
also, but that's like, but Popeye ran for decades and half a century. So yes, there was later Popeye things too.
There
Thank you
was.
very
I
much.
liked
I learned
Popeye. Don't get me
Popeye.
wrong. I'm a big
Wait.
Popeye
Was it
guy.
Flintstones that was 1929 or you're talking
Popeye.
Flintstones
No.
wasn't 1929?
No.
Okay.
Flintstones was
But
much
Flintstones
later.
did start out in black and white, though, right?
That's true. Yeah. And they
Yeah.
had smoking commercials for that thing.
You did the smoking commercials, yeah.
Arnie, I love these new Chesterfield cigarettes.
Hey, Brad, these are great. I'm getting cancer of the lungs.
All right, show me number 10. They've been shouting in the chat room. Finally, time to see it.
Yeah.
Chippendale Rescue
Oh, of
Rangers.
I heard that
Yeah,
new one's real
the
good.
flip side
I
of
heard,
DuckTales.
I heard I should watch that new Disney Plus Rescue Rangers deal revival.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good.
It's another 90s cartoon series I never saw.
Yeah.
Along with Gummy Bears, Jetsons, Transformers, number 13, Thundercats, 14, G.I. Joe, SpongeBob, Darkwing Duck, Pokemon, Adventure Time, Looney Tunes, Batman the Animated Series, King of the Hill, should be a lot higher.
Oh, it should be so much higher. Yeah.
Yeah. Refreshments, I believe, doing that one. Tailspin, Captain Planet, Doug, Fairly Odd Parents, Cowboy Bebop, He-Man, Rick and Morty, Speed Racer, Gargoyles, Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, Johnny Quest. I mean, so many on here.
What was the Gargoyles theme? I don't even remember that.
It's good.
Nice.
It's just cinematic-y good, you know? Like
Yeah.
I do want to thank the person who said Airwolf, not a cartoon.
No. Definitely not a cartoon. But kind of cartoony in a weird way.
Cartoony.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Spider-Man 90s, only a couple people preferred that one over the 60s version.
I couldn't even. That's not even in my head. How does that go? Do you know that?
I don't know. I'd have to.
That's,
I'd have
is
to
that
see.
the one
Yeah.
that was the one with the Hulk Spider-Man, right? That was really
No.
good. No?
No, it was the one. It was the 90s animated series. Boy,
See if I can
I'm trying to
find
think
it.
of what's unique about that one that I could differentiate. Not
So
the
not
Spider-Man and his
Spider-Man
Amazing
and Friends?
Friends.
Well,
Not
here-
Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends.
I'll play this and we'll see if this is it. I think I've got it here.
Yes.
This is it.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
I kind of it's in the vein of the X-Men style.
It is.
Yeah.
It's might have even been written by the same guy. Who knows? Yeah.
That's true. I used to like that cartoon, but I don't remember the theme at all. If you didn't have lyrics to your theme, and unless you're talking Futurama, I kind of or The Simpsons, I guess, I kind of forget your song. But if you've got
I mean,
lyrics, I always
King of the
remember.
Hill. You know, they could have so put lyrics to that thing.
That's what was weird about that one is the first
Bill
those
and
early
Hankin.
seasons.
Dylan.
The early seasons had a guy going yeehaw in the background
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And the the later seasons, they took that out of there. But anyway, Nazi Scrazzy. Well done, Greg. You know what that means, Greg? Oh my gosh, let's make it official.
I'll fight back, butt naked.
That's not it. Hold on.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
You're a winner, dude. We knew that already going in, but you're officially a winner, and you're going to get these games. And all you got to do is email Brian, coverville@gmail.com. You know the address. You know what to do, and he'll take care of you. How do you feel about your big win?
I feel good. I'm glad I didn't have another guess because it would have been banana splits, and I don't know if it's even
There
on
you
there,
go.
so.
I don't even know what that is. What the hell is
You know what Banana Splits is.
That's how far back I go.
that song? Is a Banana Split song from a
Buffalo Soldier. With the North of America.
Oh, my Lord. Well, Greg, you're the best. We wish you nothing but good times and the best Walkman experience you can possibly have in 2022. We'll see you later. Bye. All right.
By the way, as people are pointing out in the chat room, that was not an animated series. That was live action, yet it still made it to number 46 in the
That
Tadpole.
didn't stop the Tadpole.
No, that's the important thing we always have to remind ourselves is the Tadpole.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
can't mess with
Not
them.
whether it's right or wrong. It's did the Tadpole say it?
That's right. A reminder that me and Brian Dunaway here, we did a show yesterday called Play Retro. We did it all about Mega Man, or if you're in Japan, Rockman. And turns out there's a lot of Mega Mans, tons of it. And if you want to hear all about that, and also, yes, we did play Mega Man 8's horrible voice acting. We did all that. We had a blast. It was a really fun episode. Do check it out. Play Retro wherever you get your podcasts. The archive is also on YouTube and Twitch and all that. So go check it out today. Hey, Dunaway.
We had a mega blast.
We had a mega blast. You're right. We did. This weekend, we're all watching The Quick and the Dead for Film Sack.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi film, 1995. Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lance Henriksen, one of my favorite things he ever did. And I can't forget, he's 94 now. Can't think of his name.
Transformer?
No.
Oh.
Gene Hackman, thank you. Gene Hackman, amazing role for Gene Hackman. It's an amazing movie. Oh, and the star of the whole thing, Lady Pants.
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Lady
And
Pants.
Lady
you
Pants.
said?
I'd say not known for not Lady Pants.
More like Lady No Underpants.
Yeah, it's
You know
my
what I'm
favorite.
saying?
It's my favorite Sharon Stone role as well. It's very, very good. Can't wait. That'll be this weekend. Brian Dunaway, anything else you
I
want to tell
love
us?
how. What's that?
You want to say anything else? Go ahead.
No, that's it. I think it's good. I think you covered it. I had fun today. How about that?
How about that? That's good. Bye. Okay, he's gone. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here talking tech. After that, some recommendals with our old pals Randy and Nicole. That's all coming up. But first, a song break from Brian Ibbett.
Yeah, somebody that we've played on the show before, but they are just announcing new tour dates for Europe, UK, and Japan, Canada, and the US in support of their brand new album called Ollie Ollie Oxenfree. Listen, you know these guys. They've been a punk band for 20 years. And their first album, A Passage in Time, is what they're going to be doing in Arizona at the hometown show for September 9th. They have a brand new single. It's called Fire Off Another. Here is Authority Zero.
Jimmy says he knows the safety rules. I wonder if he really
Watch
does.
your kids turn into the creatures they really are.
If you'll excuse me, it's time to make the world safe for democracy. This is the morning stream.
And we're back. Hey, who was that? One more time?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll
Okay.
tell you. It was Authority Zero from their brand new album, Ollie Ollie Oxenfree, a song called Fire Off Another.
That sounds freaking great. All right, everybody sit back and relax because this is happening.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man is Tom Merritt, and he joins us all the way from Los Angeles, California, in the studios that he inhabits. He does this every Wednesday, and we talk about some tech. Tom, good morning and welcome. How are you?
It feels like a little cave.
It is like a little cave.
leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's definitely like a cave.
Just
Sometimes
totally is.
it smells in here of a cave.
I actually have bats.
You do? You have bats?
Do you?
Let's
Wow.
see. Let me see your bats. What do you got there? You got a bat?
I don't have a bat.
Oh,
I'm
no
sorry.
bats.
Always trying to keep up with the Ibbits.
I know, right? It's
Oh,
a-
I
I
do.
was
Here,
even going to
Brian.
see if I had a baseball bat. I have a hammer.
I'll bet Tom has a
Brian
baseball
and
bat.
Tina have bats. Why don't you have bats?
Let me guess. Tom Merritt has a bat handy. You probably do. Some kind of bat.
I do. It's in the other room though.
Oh
baseball
man.
Not within reach. See, this is
Okay.
you're busting the magic trick when
I
you
know.
call it out. Like
That's
that.
true. It's
Yeah.
like saying, "Well, let me see the back of your hand," and then nobody
that
can
all
do that.
falls apart when someone else requests something.
That's the problem with magic. That's why they do it on stage, because you can just ignore people yelling at you. But if it's
Yeah.
one person,
I do have two actual baseball bats in the house. They're just not here.
Oh,
I have a plush Zubat, but it's on the other side of the basement.
Oh, well, there you go.
Little Pokemon Zubat.
Safety first. 2 bats is a good idea.
Gavel. That's the closest thing.
There you go. Tom Merritt, let's talk some tech. What's brewing out there? What's going on?
So I don't know if you all have heard of a guy named Elon Musk.
I have, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Okay,
He's
so
I have a
cologne
vague memory.
manufacturer,
Kind
right?
of a balding co-founder of PayPal is my memory of that.
He has been called by some politicians an African American. He's from South Africa. He is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Once worked at PayPal.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
Him and Peter Thiel were the big PayPal brains.
He and Peter Thiel. That's right. Yeah. No, they were together. Anyway,
Yeah.
What many of you probably haven't heard is he was going to try to buy Twitter.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fix it, right?
This is where the story gets interesting. He started by buying less than 10% of a stake in Twitter, and they were kind of upset. Then he went to wanting a seat on the board, which they gave him. Then he turned down the seat on the board and decided to try to buy Twitter. And Twitter tried to put what's called a poison pill in effect, which would flood shares to prevent him from being able to do a hostile takeover. But then he was able to convince them to agree to let him buy Twitter. And in the process of that, he waived due diligence and agreed to $1 billion breakup fee if there were regulatory problems, depending on which side was responsible for the regulatory problems or other things. One side or the other would pay $1 billion. Then suddenly decided he wasn't sure he wanted to buy Twitter, so he decided that he needed them to give him more data on spam bots. He thought that maybe they were overestimating the number of active people on the platform, which would change the fundamental business estimation. Although he had waived due diligence, so it'd have to be very serious for him to be able to go to court and convince a judge that they had basically, defrauded him. However, Twitter responded by giving him the fire hose, saying, here's all the data. Enjoy. Find yourself whatever you want to find about our bot accounts. To which Mr. Musk responded, wow, that's not the same as telling me what the bot accounts are. You're just flooding me with data. I don't think I want to buy your company anymore. I'm withdrawing my offer. To which Twitter responded, you can't withdraw your offer because you have no legal basis, and so we're going to sue you in Chancery Court in Delaware over your withdrawal and make you buy the company that we once tried to stop you buying and also tried to stop you being on the board and then gave you a board seat about.
So, such a weird, twisted freaking thing. I mean, I half expected the story to end with, and his Tesla Model 3 ran over a family of chickens because the autopilot didn't see them. Or you know what I mean? Like, it could just, how could it get weirder than this? But it is pretty weird. I mean, okay, so the court thing's happening then? That's, he can't settle
Twitter
or-
has filed a lawsuit in Delaware court. So that is the news today. And on Daily Tech News Show, I plan to do kind of a slightly longer version of what I just did, kind of recap everything, because I think people forget all the twists and turns along this, where Musk originally just kind of secretly bought a bunch of stuff and Twitter was shocked and tried to stop him, and now they're turning around and trying to force him. Twitter filed a lawsuit in Delaware Chancery Court saying he refuses to honor his obligation to Twitter and its stockholders because the deal he signed no longer serves his personal interest. If you have a side, if you're pro Elon or if you are anti Elon, you can certainly cast this battle as good versus evil. But as someone who really doesn't care one way or the other, I stand outside of this going, man, this is just weird. I just don't know who wants what in this situation, right? There's a lot going on under sea level that's murky and hard to figure out.
That's been my take through all of this tumultuous weirdness, because I don't know why he wants it so bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he doesn't now. And I don't know why
why did he start this in the first place, right? That's got me too.
That's really weird to me. And also, on the other hand, you have a company that was extremely resistant to this in the beginning and then agreed. I guess they're the most understandable position, because in my mind, them agreeing was them saying, okay, well, we'll get over our problems with this, and okay, fine, let's do it. This is agreeable. So now they're like, no, wait, you don't just pull out of that after we all caved here. So I kind of get their position and their litigiousness after the fact, given what's transpired. But I don't know what was ever in this for him. Is it just, it's easy to just simplify and go, well, billionaires, they don't care. It's just money. But I think there's more to it. Like, did you really want it? Do you not want it? Why don't you want it now? You have the data you asked for. Did it tell you what you didn't want to know? Did you just have a change of heart one night? Did you have heartburn because you ate too many pizza rolls one night and that's what made the decision for you? And now you're like the rest of us, you'd like have regret in the morning? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Monday morning quarterback sort of analyses of this that you can discard. I don't think this is just him being stoned and making an impulse buy. There's too much that has to go into it for that to be the case. I don't discount the fact that he might have changed his mind along the way for various reasons, and we'll talk on DTNS about what some of those reasons might be, but some of it may have to do with the changing financial landscape, right? He might be upset that Tesla lost value after he started this process, and he might want to get out of it for that reason. He also might want a better deal. Because Twitter's stock is now well below what he offered. Some of it having nothing to do with him, just the general financial landscape, inflation and the economy. And he may be trying to get Twitter to adjust that price down. And the way to do it is take him to the mat and then say like, well, all right, fine. I won't drag you through the courts because he's going to sue them too, I'm sure. If you agree to discount my price by X amount, you aren't going to get more from somebody else. It's possible that he just wanted Twitter. Then when he got a good look at it, realized that he couldn't fix it the way he thought. It may be as simple as that. And I don't think the you got too many bots on the platform is terribly legitimate, but it's a gambit that can get him to a negotiating position where maybe he can get an agreement to break up at the $1 billion fee or less. Because right now, a lot of people think, well, he just needs to pay the $1 billion and he gets out. He waived due diligence. The $1 billion breakup fee has to do with someone else preventing the merger.
Yeah.
Or the acquisition. He can't just say, I don't want to do it anymore. I'll pay you the $1 billion. Twitter would have to agree to that for that to happen. And Twitter is saying there's no cause for you to break up this agreement. So we aren't just going to take the $1 billion fee. The most likely case of the $1 billion fee would be if the U.S. Department of Justice came in and said, this doesn't pass regulatory muster because Musk has too many holdings that are similar. They're not going to do that. So that $1 billion fee is probably never going to be in play unless it's a negotiating tactic where he says, okay, fine, I'll pay you that or a smaller amount. Anyway, it's a lot more complex than people think, and yet a lot more unintelligible than people think, because I'm still not sure why the shareholders pressured them to switch from going poison pill to accepting the deal, other than maybe they were like, well, the stock's probably going to go down. The economy's in the toilet. Let's cash out. Let's get this puppy sold while it's hot.
Yeah, there's probably something to that. And what if it passed judicial musker? Think of that.
Yeah.
Think of that.
Or as Drenched Wildfire said, due diligence.
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
It's my favorite of the diligences. Well, anyway, we'll talk more about it today, obviously, but it's a weird one. And I don't know. I know people love the theater of it, but I think at the end of the day, this is about maneuvering and business at a level that none of us are used to working in, and we really don't know how this stuff works. So we'll see. I mean, what do you think the ultimate outcome is, though? If you had to guess, just Tom Merritt putting on a hat.
Yeah. Well, I might have a different answer later today once I've really dug back into this and created the timeline. We've tended on DTNS to avoid talking about it too much, especially of late, because a lot of it's just speculation and people wanting to cheer for a side, and that's not DTNS's role. We're here to help you understand no matter what side you may or may not favor. So the reason I'm doing the timeline today is not because of the controversial aspect. It's because I want to give everybody the tools they need to make up their mind about where they think this is going and what they think might happen. Because a lot of people are following this for many reasons. Either they like one side or the other, or they're just like Twitter, they like using the platform. There are people who actually enjoy it.
Yeah, good
I know
point.
it seems odd. So when I get done with the timeline, I may have a distant answer, but that's a long way of getting to answering your question.
Sure.
To say, I think the most likely scenario for me right now is he pays a smaller breakup fee.
Yeah.
The second most likely is that he ends up acquiring it at a lower price. And and those are close in my mind. I kind of waver from minute to minute, which I think is more likely than the other.
All right. Hey, look, this is the kind of answers we expect out of DTNS's own Tom Merritt. He doesn't, he ain't playing around, man. He's got logic behind him. Logic is his friend. It's his pet. It's his familiar.
I thought you were going to say that's the kind of answers you expect out of DTNS, which is to say he doesn't pick one side or another and won't commit.
No. I prefer your way. So I'm all in on this. So this is later today. We'll talk about that and many other things. It's my day, which means Wednesday. Tune in. Now you should tune in all week, but Wednesdays, it's just got a little extra Johnson laying there. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. Tom Merritt,
Who doesn't want that?
You have a million other things going on. Anything in particular you'd like to remind people about?
Sure, yeah. Tech Tom. Like Tech Time, but Tech Tom. TechTom.substack.com is a newsletter where I will send you the write-ups as I'm doing stuff for Daily Tech News Show. I make more extensive write-ups that I send to folks. If you pay for the Substack, you get a few more, but you can get stuff for free. Like yesterday when I set out the explainer on Bluetooth LE audio and why you're gonna want it. It's coming. Devices and it's pretty much nothing but positive. So I'm looking forward to it. You can catch that article at techtom.substack.com.
Would you say if you were in the mode of like, I need to get some new smart Bluetooth earbuds, would you say wait until this pans out or this,
Probably. It would all depend on what you want out of them. But yeah, if you can wait, I would wait because you're going to get better battery life, which is the big thing, and some other cool features like the ability to share sources. So you and I could be sitting on your phone and both have our wireless earbuds paired to it.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we could be like those cute couples with you got one earbud in your left ear going to my right ear.
Yeah, we
except-
wouldn't have to do that anymore.
Right.
Earbuds.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we can be separate buds and still be buds. That's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Tom Merritt, everybody. He is Ace Detect on Twitter if you want to follow him over there on the possibly, Musk may own him too one day, his account. I don't know. But
Who
go check
knows?
it out. Who knows? No one knows. But Tom Merritt, we'll see you a little bit later. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, y'all.
See you, Tom.
Bye now. Okay. That was great.
Okay. All right.
I enjoyed that. If he pulls out of this deal, it'll be a real Grime against humanity.
Oh,
Grimes.
geez.
Get it, Grimes?
Oh,
Grimes.
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
They're not together anymore, though, right? They're done, I think.
Is that true? I think
Pretty sure
so.
that's over, yeah. Because while he was having her baby, he had the executive over at Tesla was pregnant with twins, and he didn't tell anybody. This is a new thing.
Really?
He's
that
weird.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he's got like 9 kids that are all from all these people all over the place. Like that he's putting his wiener in whatever hole he'll have it. All right.
Cyberween.
Okay, I got to remember how to do this because I have to add extra people. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, Nicole's showing offline, but we'll see how this goes. It wouldn't be Nicole if she wasn't showing offline.
Of course she is, yes.
Yeah. We'll give it a shot and see what we end up with. Let's start with this. Welcome to the program, at least so far, Mr. Randy Jordan. Hello, Randy Deluxe. What are you doing?
Good morning stream. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Sure.
It is beautiful out here. What a great summer we're having.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
No smoke or fires or anything yet? Are you guys in the clear that way? Are you good?
Oh yeah, no fires yet. We've got all autumn to burn to the ground.
Nice.
Don't worry, that's out there.
Yeah,
that's
we have plenty of time for that as well.
Yeah.
We'll
Hey,
see.
I have
We'll
a
see how it
question
goes.
for you.
Yeah.
Isn't there some way that we could make Tadpole's poll results more scientifically accurate? Like we could impose some demographics on them. Wouldn't that be interesting? Like because the fact that Family Guy and Steven Universe didn't make that really high on that list is just like it's insane.
It is insane, but I think, unfortunately, I don't know how many Z's or low millennials we've got in our crowd who would point to those. But hi, Nicole. Hello.
It works.
It totally worked. Hi. How are you? Do you have internet? You have internet.
I do, and I'm on my earbuds or whatever they're earbuds.
Yeah.
What?
Airbud,
So-
Airbud, the
'cause I
dog
can't-
that
I
could play
can't find
basketball.
my microphone.
Yeah. Well, you're fine. You're good. You guys just move. Don't worry about it. Look, all you need to do is look
my
outside of that beautiful freaking lake thing you're sitting on right there. And
It's crazy.
It's beautiful. My gosh. It's gorgeous. I want to go
Do I
there.
sound okay? Does
Yeah.
You sound fine.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Sound great.
This doesn't they're in my ears. I'm
Little-
like, where's
little
the
tinny,
microphone?
but not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
don't
just
worry.
sound like
Yeah.
you're on earbuds, but it's totally fine. It'll work in a
Okay.
pinch.
All right.
Well, let's get going here. We got some recommendals to get out to the world, and we're gonna do it today. So here's the deal: we start with Brian, and we always do. Brian, you have a little setup for this? What do you got?
I do. This is a film, and I don't know. For some reason, I think Scott is really gonna like this clip.
Oh, well, all right then. Let's find out why.
I believe I'm to teach you to ride.
It's funny to think how everyone in this movie is dead now. Or like, at least very old. He's probably got a motor scooter now. She pees in a bag. She's an obligation to her family. They take turns visiting her, and when they sit next to her bed and this movie comes on the TV, she goes, "My, what a pretty young thing."
You're bumming me out. Do you remember that stuff you were saying to Tim the other day?
What stuff?
The stuff about how his life isn't worth living.
Yeah?
Do you ever ask that question about yourself?
Like any of our lives? Like, in a philosophical sense?
Like, your life in particular?
Is that someone revving an engine in the back? What is that?
Yeah.
That's a very key point of the film that I won't spoil. That noise that you hear in the background. This is a thriller, kind of a dark comedy thriller from 2017 called Thoroughbreds, and you might have recognized the voice of Anya Taylor-Joy. talking
The
about
two
life we're
voices
living.
sounded almost identical. I was thinking, like, man, they don't make movies to be listened to, do they? Like,
Not really. Yeah, you need the
sure
visual.
The two people look different,
Yeah,
right?
you need the
They
visual.
look absolutely different, and having seen it, obviously, I have no problem telling you the two different voices. But now that I think about it, it may be the other voice you're hearing is Olivia Cooke, and you might know her as she was the friend of Norman Bates on Bates Motel, the one with the oxygen.
The AMC one. I like that show.
Yeah,
The-
that was good.
The
She's
series,
also,
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
she's been in a ton of stuff. Ready Player One, Sound of Metal, Fireheart, Little Fish. I mean, Modern Love, Slow Horses, lots of stuff. X Cop. She was the Loch Ness Monster's voice.
Oh,
in X Cop.
Well, there you go. Her highest achievement.
Did
Fantastic.
not know that. Anyway, this is the story of a couple of upper class students, high school students in Connecticut, suburban Connecticut, and one of them just is incapable of feeling feelings, like can't feel joy, can't feel anger, guilt, frustration, anything.
And that's
like that.
Anya Taylor-Joy, yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if Anya Taylor-Joy could feel no joy?
Yeah. Is that her though?
No,
Is that her character?
Sadly, it's Olivia Cooke that can't
Oh,
feel
okay.
joy.
Is she the one that was like me saying everyone in this movie's dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And
I do that all the
that's-
time.
A lot of her character in this is kind of that perspective. And she wants I don't know. Well, let me flip over to Anya Taylor-Joy's character. She wants something to be dealt with, committed in her life.
Oh,
okay.
It sounds like
I
a
don't want
murder.
to say any more than that.
Probably
Oh,
a murder.
It is a murder. She wants a murder
Yeah.
committed.
Yeah.
This is really, really cool. So I think it's one of the first films by Corey Finley. He's only done, let's see, 3. He did for TV. He did We Crashed, that Jared Leto, Anne Hathaway thing about WeWork, but also Bad Education. He's got something new coming out called Landscape with Invisible Hand. So very early on director here, but I think we're going to see a lot of great stuff from him. This movie also stars the late Anton Yelchin. This was released after his death.
I was going to say he was 2016, 2015. He died.
Yeah, he died the year prior.
Yeah.
So this came out the same year as I think the last Star Trek film. It's
Where's
really,
it streaming?
Really, it is streaming on
HBO
Max.
Yeah,
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Very, very, very well acted, incredibly well acted. And this is a movie that has to kind of be supported by its actors because it's almost film noir. Very sparse music. The music that is used in here is used to great effect, but it's not a constant score, and so you really rely on the acting, and the acting is top notch. You've also got Paul Sparks, who you might know from House of Cards, Boardwalk Empire. He was Mickey Doyle.
I like that guy.
He's great, and this feels like they wrote the role and said, yeah, it has to be played by this guy. It has to be played by Paul Sparks.
Something about him. He's great.
Throw this one on your list, and you'll really, really enjoy it. It's called Thoroughbreds, 2017, streaming on HBO Max.
Very nice. Go ahead.
Is it funny at all? Is there any funny moments?
It's some dark comedy, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And the whole movie the whole movie's not as dour as that clip would have you believe. There was another clip that I liked until it came up that she said everybody in this movie is dead. I said, well, that's the clip.
You have to use it. Yeah, of course. Can't help it. I've been doing this. I did this yesterday with an old movie. I can't help it. It's just impossible for me not to notice that everyone who made it is dead. All right, let's get to mine. This is a very I won't say I'm cheating this week, but because I am really recommending this, but you'll see why it's a little bit of a cheat. I'll play the clip and then I'll explain.
You and I must come to an agreement. Most importantly, I am the only one who can keep this ship on a straight keel. Me, you need intact, unconsumed. Do you understand? Good. Now there is one more thing you have, which I shall require.
Okay. Brief clip.
Thanks to
crab?
you. Thanks to you, Scott, this past weekend, bringing this up on FilmSec, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just watched this episode,
It is really rad, and I watched it again after we talked on FilmSec because I liked it that much, and I thought, you know what? I haven't had time to watch a ton of new stuff. I'm going to recommend this thing because I love it so much. It is a segment of Love, Death, and Robots from season 2, which I've taken way too long to catch up with. So this recommendation is an overall kind of refresh recommendation on everybody should watch I almost said Bad Robots. Love, Death, and Robots. It's incredible. It's inspiring. It's one of my favorite things on this planet. And this segment called Bad Traveling, which came out in season 2, as I mentioned, features that voice you heard was Troy Baker, who you know from a million video games. He's extremely good in this. And I didn't even know it was him until I went and looked it all up. It's like, oh my gosh, that was freaking Troy Baker. They have a bunch of directors listed on this thing. They range mainly from people who work at not Boom Studio. What's the name of the studio that does lots of video game stuff? Crap, I can't find it. I think it's Boom. Maybe it's Boom. Anyway, they do a lot of like intros for. They contract out intros for video games, cinematics, that kind of stuff. Like if you see a Elder Scrolls Online intro, you're watching something they did. Anyway, this is them, but it's also directly involved in this is David Fincher, who essentially directed it and adapted it. And David Fincher's all over like production credit for the entirety of Love, Death, and Robots. So this is kind of, his thing anyway. But this one in particular just really jumped out at me. I want a whole movie based on this, please. It's weird. It's kind of gross. It's a giant crab that comes aboard a ship somewhere in it's depicted as maybe the early 1800s, late 1700s. Bunch of British shipmates have to figure out how to deal with this giant man-eating crab in the basement of the ship. And in the basement of the ship, he's taken one of the corpses of the bodies he's already eaten and consumed, and he's kind of using it as a puppet so he can communicate. Now, you didn't hear any of that, but He's like talking with him like a puppet. It's freaking freaky. But
What,
my favorite. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, nope. Go ahead. You might have been about to answer my question.
My favorite thing about it is stylistically, they made a really smart choice here. A lot of Love, Death, and Robots CGI presentations are definitely ones where you go, oh, well, I can tell this is a studio that does video game stuff, or I can tell this is a studio that, does that intro for that mobile game I play or whatever, because it just kind of has that look. This is stylized in a way where the faces are just a little weird and off. Their eyes are slightly apart. The faces almost look like wood. It's a really unique look is what I'm getting at. And to me, it just sings. It's so good. It's dark. Okay, so get that in mind. If you don't like Cthulhu-like weird, mega monster kind of content, then maybe don't watch this. But if you're inspired by just the artistry of this sort of thing and storytelling, and again, amazing voice work by him, Kevin Jackson, Fred Tatasciore, I think is how you say his name. These are, people you've heard of before and a million other things, mostly, again, a lot of video games, but it's so freaking good. Oh my gosh. It's based on a short story by Neil Asher. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you rank the seasons of Love, Death, and Robots? Like, would 3 be?
Oh gosh,
your favorite season?
I don't know. I'm torn on that. I like that the whole thing feels like it just runs together now. They kind of made it do that, so it doesn't feel like it's broken up. They just keep adding to a pile, and in a way, I think that's good. So I would say I love it all. I think I was told that 2 wasn't as good. I disagree. I think this, along with others in 2, are amazing. This is part of 2.
I feel like you can break out the episodes the way you do like Black Mirror, right? Like
you could.
If you were trying to get someone to watch it, right, who just kind of didn't want to, maybe like this one, Bad Traveling, like is a really good, like go start here and check.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually a really good point. Like if I know people are comedy fans, I know what I would do. I do those 3 robots a lot. I would do. What's the other one where the zombie outbreak happens and they do it in the style of the cameras way up here and you just see these little people running around. Absolutely love that one in the new season. Like you could make a playlist. Cool. I think that's a good point, and I like it that way. But I think two weirdly, I think it's just underrated. I think it's fantastic. It's short, but 3 is also
that might
short.
Have been the biggest complaint that people had with it, right? It wasn't that, oh, these are bad episodes. We just didn't get enough of them. Oh, this season sucks because we didn't get enough episodes.
Yeah, kind of, because 2 and 3 kind of equal the amount of content that 1 was. But now that they're all just sort of in there, it just feels like one big pile of amazingness. And I'm just saying, if any of you grew up on Liquid Television or went to the Spike and Ike animation festivals or care about short stories being realized in these fantastic ways, just go spend your time in there. It's so freaking good. So anyway, Netflix is where it all is. Bad Traveling from season 2, I would definitely check that one out. But there is a ton of other stuff that I would also recommend. So
you've brought up Spike and Mike's many times because it's an honest comparison, right? Like you really do feel the connection between them. But I just want to say this is so much better than that movie festival. And the reason is that movie festival has a lot of misses.
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
like
tons of misses. Sure.
You go sit in a movie theater for 2 hours and like an hour and a half of it is
Yeah, no, you're right. This is like a refinement of that. I mean, it's like since this was originally designed to be a follow-up to the heavy metal movies.
Heavy metal, yeah.
And then they backed out of it and did this instead. I'm glad that they did because I think this just gives them more creative opportunities. But we live in a time where you can consolidate and pick the best ones, and you also are doing things with certain technologies to make even traditional animation look better. And I just watched the one with the 2 ladies in space that crash. One of them dies. And what's her name from? I can't think of her name all of a sudden. Brian loves her. I can't think of her name. I love her too. She was in Station 11.
Mackenzie
Phillips. Mackenzie
Davis. Yes.
She's in one of those. And it drove me nuts the whole thing. So I was like, how do I know this voice? And I had to go look it up after. But it's just breathtaking work. It's amazing. And it's the kind of stuff no one commits to for a full season or a whole 2-hour movie. Just no one has the guts to say, hey, we're taking Bad Traveler and making a 2-hour movie and putting it in theaters. They'll never do it. It's too weird.
Sure.
So I'm so glad it exists in this format and highly recommend it. That's Bad Traveling from Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah.
You can watch Liquid Television on Amazon?
I did. I saw those were all there. I haven't done it, but I'd love to do that. Yeah. I did watch that.
Buy the season.
I did watch that Beavis and Butthead movie last week for recommendals, and it's great. It's like if you're a fan of that old stuff, they nailed it. It was real good.
Speaking of last week's recommendals, which one of us is going to recommend the Orville this week?
Oh yeah, we keep having Orville recommendations. I'm guessing Nicole is not doing the Orville today, but we'll see.
Nope.
What were you going to say, Nicole? Sorry, we cut you off.
I was going to say, I didn't realize there was only 5 episodes of the first season of Liquid Television.
Oh, really?
I know.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that weird? It's like, it just, I don't know. We saw it then. It was so innovative and new and crazy. I thought it went on forever, but no, it was short. And even the episodes, I think they were a half an hour, and there was maybe 5 or 6 shorts or something.
Something's off with this because it says 1999, and I know it was not 1999 when I watched that. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we're Mandela affecting. I don't know.
91.
Listen, if you want more Liquid Television, just watch Cake. That's kind of
started in the summer of '91.
Cake.
I remember exactly where I was when Liquid TV came
I remember. What's the other thing I'm thinking of? I can't think of it. There was another thing like this in the 90s, but I just love it all.
Aeon Flux or
Aeon Flux was so good.
Anthology, but more anthology is what you're thinking.
Yeah, and that was part of. What's the one where there's a guy? It was one where there's a guy's in a race car or something, and he goes so fast and so furious. Sorry, I don't mean to say Fast and Furious, but he goes so fast in this car that he eventually becomes like a skeletal ghost because he goes so fast. Does this ring a bell for anybody but me? Oh, I'd love whatever that was. I got to find that. Someone in the chat, listen, we got chat people are crazy. They'll find this and they'll tell me what the hell I'm talking about.
So if you look at this Liquid Television on Amazon, all the reviews say, this is not the original Liquid Television.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not it.
All right.
Never mind.
All right. Well, somebody has it, though. Maybe Paramount's the one that has it. Somebody's got it. Yeah. Somebody who has the old Viacom stuff, I think, has it, but I'll have to check.
It looks like it's on archive.org.
Oh, well, that's cool. I could watch it there.
Oh, that's interesting.
They're trying to shut
I'll put the
them
link
down.
in the chat because it looks like it is what I'm looking for.
They're trying.
Boom.
Someone's trying to shut them down right now. I hope that doesn't happen. I love archive.
Ouch.
All right, Nicole, let's do you now.
Yeah.
Sure. So I got a clip here. Do you want me to play it first, or do you have anything you want to say about it before I start?
So I've talked in the past about having chaser shows after watching a scary show.
Yeah.
This is my chaser show. I don't know if I would watch it without the scary show in front of it.
Okay.
But it is a really good chaser. It's a lighthearted, silly, funny,
a palate cleanser.
Yes. So we've been watching Stranger Things and trying to catch up on Stranger Things, and this season is for it's really scary. It's a lot more scary, I feel like, than the past seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
it absolutely is. Yeah.
Stuff's getting real,
I need
man.
a chaser. I need something to calm me down so I can go to sleep.
All right.
So that's something that we've been watching after every episode.
All right,
of
sweet.
Stranger Things.
And so everyone at home knows this is someone. Whoops, sorry. So they recorded this from somebody did it from a phone. Yeah, from a TV.
Yeah.
So just so you know, that's why the audio is a little tinny. Here you go.
Okay, so here we go. God is real, and God is good, and everybody is actually quite right about God, meaning Jewish people or Christians or Hindus or Muslims or the other organized religions or even the disorganized ones, or people that are just spiritual. As long as you lead with love and you do no harm, you're perfectly right about God. I think God wants there to be a lot less fighting between people about their religions. God wants everyone to love each other and to respect each other.
I have so many follow-up questions, but Clark, can you glow for me right now?
Oh, shit.
All right. So tell me more. What is this?
All right, so this is a Netflix show called God's Favorite Idiot.
Okay.
So who you heard talking is Ben, the actor Ben. Is it Falcone?
Yeah, I think that's
it's
right.
Melissa McCarthy's husband. So you might have if you've seen Bridesmaids, he was the marshal, the air marshal in the airplane.
If you've seen anything with Melissa McCarthy, you've seen Ben Falcone because he's always
they're husband and wife. They're a husband and wife team. So this is his. So apparently he wrote this show in his 20s. He wrote it as a book, And Melissa told him, you should do something with this. And like, let's say that his character is named Clark. He is touched by God. And the first clip that I sent you, Scott, was like the trailer, and it's Melissa McCarthy, and her character is silly and crazy. She sees Clark glow, and she's like, what is going on? So he glows after he was touched by God. And so everything happening around him he works at an IT support center. People are coming to like get him to touch him or to tell him he's the devil. Like there's all this stuff going around. And then the show has a really great supporting cast. Everybody's really funny. And then of course there's Satan. You have Satan. That's
Leslie Bibb, it says here.
Leslie Bibb. Yeah,
she
was in American Housewife. I loved her in that one.
She's
too.
in all sorts of
But she always plays like.
Remind me though, Brian, is she the one from Lost or not?
No, that's Maggie Grace.
Maggie Grace. They are identical freaking twins, I swear.
They
these
are,
two.
yeah.
No. Anyway.
Yes.
That's cool.
So she plays Satan. There's this whole concept of good versus evil, and it's not the best show, but it's funny. There's moments where I've laughed. And yeah, I enjoy it, so I'm going to recommend it.
Okay. Nice. I like everybody you mentioned. I like Kevin Dunn. He's in this. He's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
There's a lot. You can tell there's a lot of improv. There's, like I said, the whole cast seems to work really well together. And there's times where I'm like, I think they're improvising right now. Especially Melissa McCarthy. She seems to do that quite a bit in the show.
Well, she's pretty great. All right, excellent. Hey, Randy, we got one for you here. Any setup here for yours?
And it's another shot chaser. I love this Nicole Spag patented shot chaser concept.
Oh, good.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah, right now the shot that my crew is all, having to down is The Boys season 3, right? Like,
oh yeah,
it's intense. That is an intense freaking show.
Yep.
And I, like every week for weeks, I've been, jumping into Overwatch with my friends, and they're all like, "Did you see the? Ooh, did you see that?"
Yeah.
And so you need a chaser for it, and this is delightful. It is so pleasant, my friends. Please, you're gonna know exactly what you're listening to the instant it starts. This is the very first scene. It doesn't tell you anything. It really does try to establish a plot in the beginning, but it really doesn't. This does not spoil this at all.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to play it. I already know this is for all of us. So here we go.
What you doing, Gene?
I'm making an instrument out of spoons and a napkin holder and dreams and magic.
Obviously, Tina.
How's the burger, Bob?
It's okay. I put an egg on it.
Why is Dad making a burger at 8 a.m.?
Is he on British time?
He's making it to bring to Mr. Dowling at the bank. We have a meeting this morning, and we're going to ask for an extension on our loan payment.
Oh, fun.
And we really, really need to get that extension. All the restaurant equipment is wrapped up in that loan.
So you're giving him a burger?
Well, I mean, we can't give him money, Tina.
Because we don't have any?
Pretty much.
How about you play him some of this?
What, to scare him?
No, to enchant him.
Bob, you know I love this bring him a burger idea. But isn't it a little early to be making it? I mean, our appointment isn't for a while.
This is a practice burger.
Why are you whispering?
I don't want it to hear him feel bad.
Okay.
Wait, I'm a what?
Nothing. What? You're great.
That feels nice.
I know.
Don't rub my sesame seeds off.
I won't. Don't worry.
They're a cute couple.
I give him a year.
So where? Tell me this
did
is
you go in
streaming?
and edit out all the spaces between?
No, that's how fast
That's how they do
have
it,
it
man.
edited.
That's really funny.
I have before with recommendals. I have edited out spacing
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
I
just
did.
like. But that is just straight the very first scene of this movie. It's the Bob's Burgers movie, guys. It is not special in the canon of Bob's Burgers. I want to make that really, really clear. This is just more Bob's Burgers. It's an hour 41, which already is going to make you go, how could they, like what in the world kind of story could they tell to go 101 minutes? The answer is it's just a big, complicated story. Really, they have a lot to tell. It touches every character that you've ever seen in the show, right?
Yeah.
And it's just nice. It's pleasant. It's funny. It never stops being funny. It's a musical. They're, like they're clearly trying to do what, Disney does with a movie, right? Disney movie, everybody breaks into song every 10 minutes. And you kind of hope that the songs are memorable. And a couple of them really are. There's some real hits in this movie. So it's great.
That's good. I love Bob's Burgers. I was wanting to see this, and then when theaters got weird, I just thought, well, maybe I'll wait till this comes home. I didn't know it was home. Where is this? Where can I see it?
It's on Hulu right now.
Oh, I found Disney Plus. No,
it's on Hulu.
Hulu, yeah.
Hulu would be where. Yeah, I mean, I think it even. I don't know who. Well, whatever. Hulu's now Disney's dumping ground for things that are a little more
really
adult.
weird. Yeah, because when I did a search for it, I need to redo that icon. Yeah, you're right. Hulu only.
Yeah.
Oh, bundle Disney subs Hulu is probably why that came.
That's what it is.
Yeah, there's
Disney
so many
Plus
things
Hulu.
you can integrate into Hulu, right?
Yeah, they all do that now. But that I didn't know it was already here, so I'm all in on this. Carter and I'll watch this this week. I'm going to make that happen.
Yeah, it's the shot chaser's brilliant.
Yeah.
Nicole, thank you. I felt that I should have had a chaser for the bear, right? The bear is so intense.
Oh yeah, the bear needs a chaser, dude, for sure.
Yeah,
it needs dessert.
Also on HBO, people are saying cool.
Bob's Burgers. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
And that's a little side thing. I'm so glad that we're now in the age of you make a movie and it's not a massive summer tentpole like Top Gun Maverick, and you go ahead and say we're putting this in theaters, but then 5 weeks later we're gonna give it to you on streaming. Because after it's been in theaters for 5 weeks, a movie like Bob's Burgers, no one's gonna go see it.
It's not going to have the staying power like a Doctor Strange or a Thor or something like that.
Yeah, I hope everything ends up being like that, right?
I do too. I mean, Doctor Strange came home much faster than I expected. That thing being on Disney Plus felt like almost overnight. So I don't.
But it was about 6 weeks, I think.
Yeah, which is nothing though. Remember when we were kids?
Yeah.
You waited a year.
Yeah, we were waiting months. Yeah,
sometimes a year.
Used to be the concept of second run movies. You had to, it wasn't going to be on videotape until it had a second run.
Yeah,
in theaters,
yeah.
right?
You did something like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. You'd see it in theaters. It would go away for a long time, come back to theaters, then go away for a long time, and then maybe VHS for $80. Maybe. Man, we're living in new times, faster times.
If you're on the fence still, if you like Bob's Burgers, but you're just I don't know if I need to see this movie, the cast is just insane. There are so many people that got pulled in to voice not new characters, but they were the voice of a 1 or 2 episode character at some point, and they're back in this movie.
Great. That's great.
And a bunch of them, I can't even remember them all. So many voices where you're like, oh, was that Zach Galifianakis? Yes, it was. That was Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah,
that's Kevin Kline.
Yeah, Kevin
His
Kline's
brother, right?
his brother,
Yes.
right? Yeah, Fish Odor's brother.
Yes, Fish Odor's brother
Yeah.
is Zach Galifianakis. There's just, oh man, how am I forgetting them
Is
all?
Bill Hader in there? Bill Hader's in a bunch of stuff.
Kristen Wiig, I think, has been
Yeah.
in
Yep.
as a voice.
Yep. A number of times.
David
Patton Oswalt.
Herman, Nick Kroll, Gary Cole, of course.
He's in everything.
My other thing if you're on the fence about Bob's Burgers, specifically because you hate Teddy.
I love Teddy. Who hates Teddy?
I love Teddy.
There are people, I have read people go, I love this show and I hate
There's
this
a
character.
whole Reddit thread on people who hate
Yeah.
Teddy.
They're lame. Those people can go pound sand, man. Teddy
Anyway,
rocks.
Yeah. Anyway, this if it's like that for you, don't worry. There's no there's no annoying character that gets too much of this movie. This movie is mostly about the 5 people in the family.
Okay. Well, there you have
They
it.
sing because I actually don't like the singing.
Oh, you're not a fan of the singing.
I'm not.
That surprises me to hear that. That's some of the most delightful moments in that
I
show.
like musicals, but I don't. I skipped over those episodes.
Oh well, I can't fix it for you then. If that's what keeps you on the fence.
Is there a lot? But is there a lot of singing? How much singing?
Do you feel like a movie like Frozen has a lot of singing?
Is it? So it's like frequency of Frozen,
musical, isn't it?
It's a Frozen cadence in terms of how much singing, right? Is that what you're saying? That's how
Pretty
often
much.
they sing.
There's
Okay.
like there, like again, I try to avoid getting clips with music in it, and so like that's why you got that. But there are tons of scenes like the one you just heard.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's just they use songs to. They mostly use songs, by the way, to let you know about the characters, like who feels how they feel, so that if you've never ever seen any Bob's Burgers and you just come into this like you're watching Serenity and not Firefly, they do kind of let you know who everybody is and how they operate through song.
Yeah. Well,
I don't hate Wizard of Oz.
Oh, you love it.
Somebody put that in the chat. Like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah. No, I get it if it's not your. I mean, because some of these characters, it's not like they're professional singers. I mean, Linda does a pretty good job of sounding that way, I guess, sometimes. But
I don't know, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit for me. It takes me out of it.
I mean, John Benjamin and Kristen Schaal have no business singing ever, and they're hysterical.
I love one of the most touching episodes ever is the one where they have the outdoor garden thing, and they get really apart as dad and daughter. They just lose their connection, and by the end, they're doing this singing bit together where they kind of come back together. I think it's one of the sweetest things I ever saw on TV. But if you don't like musicals, that whole scene is
I never said I don't like musicals. I like musicals.
Nicole, why do you hate everything with music in it ever?
Why do you hate Joy?
I don't like cartoon musicals.
Oh,
okay.
Gotcha.
So do you like Steven Universe, Nicole?
I do like Steven Universe, but I didn't like it when they sang either.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a cartoon singing thing. So you're fun. See, I have the exact opposite problem. I don't like real people singing in my movies. That's when I
don't mind the real people.
I don't know why I don't like musicals with people dancing around.
Like, I'm starting to evaluate like when I don't like the singing, and it's usually with cartoons.
The only exception I make is Moulin Rouge. I love that movie to death, top to bottom. That's the one. That's Scott, the one.
There's now I want to probe this, like La La Land.
Won't see it. Haven't seen it because I don't want to see them singing. He's Blade Runner. He's K. He's supposed to be catching replicants. So you're not supposed to be singing.
What about Hamilton? How are you with Hamilton?
Hamilton,
Scott?
I like Hamilton.
Oh, okay. So old people singing.
Well, but that's a stage thing. That's different than a movie.
Hey, Brian. Everybody in Hamilton is dead now.
Especially Hamilton. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, Hamilton died. I hate to tell everybody. Well, all right. Here's the fun part. All this stuff we talked about, it'll be put in a big ball and shared with everybody via Nicole's Twitter, Randy's Twitter. Everybody's Twitter is all firing off on all cylinders. Find it wherever you get it, and it'll be great. Of course, Nicole Spag and Randy Deluxe out there. It's great to have you both back this week. And Nicole, I'm so happy you're settled and there and all that.
I'll find my mic next week.
All right. You said this worked. So in a pinch, we're all good.
Right.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
We will see you on the next Recommendals.
See, we're doing the singing. We got the singing, and we're not cartoons either. All right. There they all go. That was fun. All right. Hey, everybody. That's going to do it for the show. But a quick couple of things. Hold on. I lost my... There it is. Lost my thing. We got a quick email to read right here.
Send and receive email.
Hi, Scott. On today's TMS, says Snap. This was episode 2317, so that was yesterday. You talked about gas prices and the different narratives being put forward on cable news. As much as I detest those talking heads, I think you were missing the point about gas stations. Most gas stations are owned by franchisees who scrape by with razor-thin margins, selling condoms and cigarettes. Condoms and cigarettes.
Favorite 80s band.
Oh, they're amazing, right? They would bring down the house when they would come on.
They would, yes.
They all died of cancer and sexually transmitted diseases.
STDs and cancer, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. The criticism on the right is that Biden administration is making them into a scapegoat, even though they don't really control gas prices. I would also caution against demonizing the oil companies and executives. Do you think they were any less greedy a year ago when gas was $2 a gallon? Gas is a commodity, and its price will fluctuate with supply and demand. What we're seeing right now is mostly the supply shock from the cutting off Russian exports after the invasion of Ukraine. Love the show, though. Snap. All good points, fair points. I don't know. I do not know the ins and outs of how oil companies work. I do know that when they post record profits during a time where gas prices are super high, what else am I supposed to make of that? That doesn't make any sense to me. When McDonald's says our fries are going up $2, yet McDonald's has the best quarter of their existence. Again, What am I supposed to make of that? So So you understand the reason why I'm skeptical of billionaires and millionaires, but yeah, fair points all around there. Snap.
Well, it's skepticism for sure.
Yeah, skepticism is a healthy thing. If you want to be like Snap and send in your email, you can. themorningstream@gmail.com. Couple of quick PSAs. Play Retro last night. Go get that episode now. Brian, anything going on Coverville related till tomorrow? Or?
Not till tomorrow, but today is assembling music day, so got to figure out what I've got my plan for what it's going to be. We just got to see what I get for it.
there you go. Also, tiny update about the Friday plan. So we talked yesterday about this is for patrons, so patrons pay attention. Everybody else, you can ignore this. We were talking about doing our couch party this weekend. We're still doing it. However, based on a bunch of your feedback, 1 p.m. in the day, Mountain Time's a little early. Kind of hard to get as many people there as possible. So we're pushing it to 3. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't possible changes down the road. We're fluid here at TMS Central, so we're always willing to wiggle around and figure out the best things. But this week, we're going to start at 3 p.m. Mountain. That's 4 Central, 5 Eastern. It's not
2014's perfect. Edge of Tomorrow, which should have been called Live, Die, Repeat.
That's right. But we're going to love it because that movie's awesome. So we're going to watch that together. That's at 3 p.m., not 1. 3 p.m. is the schedule. All right, that's it. Patreon.com/TMS. If you want to be one of those people, if you just, sign up now, you're still eligible, and we'll make it real easy for you to get in. That's Patreon.com/TMS. For low as $1 a month, you can be part of that and all the other benefits that come to patrons. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Song time.
Yeah, okay. I've got something.
Okay.
I've got something.
All right.
Mrs. Taffy Guy, Lois, wrote in and said, hello, Stitches and Band-Aid. Mrs. Taffy Guy here. Lois, I'm requesting a song for my husband, Mike, your friend Tadpole Taffy Dealer. Scott, can you give me 13 random 3-second clips?
Oh, my gosh. Why 13? Oh, because it's the 13th?
I don't know. Oh, well, because it's the 13th.
Okay. Here.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? We'll do this. That's fine. Let me see. We'll do... She said 3 seconds? I can't do it by seconds, but I can do it close. I can do under 3. How about that? Here we go.
Okay, do that, yeah.
Okay, that's Nicole laughing weird.
No.
That's Gabe Simpson saying no. That's Bo Schwartz making a weird sound.
Crap.
Crap. That's April Ness saying burp or yup or whatever. Here's Amy.
Pupa.
What?
Pupa.
Oh, that's Arnold, not Amy. Arnie is what I wrote. He said pube. Here's Nick Cage. Here's me yelling. Okay. Here's Hi Birdum.
Hi, Birdum.
Okay. And then am I at 13? Let's see.
Well, see you later.
Okay. Last one. Here's the last one. There you go. Oh, and then Trump snorting at Herman Cain's thing. There. That's it. That's all I got.
Fantastic. Well done. Lois says, July 13th, I'm having a paniculectomy done. Extra skin and fat removed.
Ooh.
I just want to remind Mike that in our hard times, I can't help falling in love with you. Thanks for taking time off work to supervise me and make sure I don't do anything I'm not supposed to. Love the show, bro. I can definitely see why you like it. Lois, a.k.a. Mrs. Taffy Guy.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Taffy Guy.
That's the one right there. All right, so her request is a cover of Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Her version that she requested is the Tommy Prophet version. Now, this album, Covers Volume 1, came out in 2019 and actually features 2 different versions of this song. And what's cool about it is they do a minor key dark version and a more upbeat positive, kind of like the original major key version. I'm going to play the dark version because that's the one that Lois linked to. Here is Tommy Prophet, neither of those words spelled like you think they would be, with a cover of Can't Help Falling in Love featuring the vocals of Brooke, the dark version from 2019.
Awesome. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I'll fight back butt naked.
That's when that file's supposed to play. Yeah. See, I played it earlier when I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bit of a dumbass.
Spoiled it for all.